Yeah.
Yeah, so why did Einstein never really accept the theory? I mean, he was never really satisfied with quantum mechanics, even though what you just said, right? I mean, he was one that first said it's a
Well, I don't really know. I don't really know. If I had to guess, I would guess he was very, very uncomfortable with the idea of a probabilistic theory. What does probability mean? You flip a coin 1,000 times. What does it tell you about nature that the probability is 50% heads, 50% tails? Does it tell you anything about nature? Does it tell you that, that it will turn up heads 500 times? No, it doesn't tell you that. Does it tell you 500 times within the margin of error? The margin of error being what, square root of 1,030? No, it doesn't tell you that. Does it tell you that you cannot flip 1,000 heads? No, it doesn't tell you that. What does it tell you? It tells you that it's improbable to flip 1,000 heads. Well, probability is being defined in terms of probability. What ultimately does it say about nature that, that if you flip a coin 1,000 times, that the probability is heads that it will turn up, the probability is 50% that it will turn up heads? I think the only thing I can think of that makes sense is to say you'd be very, very surprised if you're outside the margin of error. It doesn't happen very often. Why doesn't it happen very often? It could happen very often. It could happen every time. Probability theory doesn't tell you that improbable things don't happen. It just tells you they're improbable. But what does improbable mean? It just means they hardly ever happen. Well, what do you mean they hardly ever happen? They could happen every time. Oh, but they're improbable. Doesn't say anything. Just says you'd be surprised. I think Einstein was probably troubled by the idea that the most fundamental principles in physics were dependent on nothing more than what he would be surprised by. That's my guess. I think it's probably true.